of?
Name, age, generation. Okay. Ray Nunez, age 45, and Generation X.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to talk about your social media accounts. So just like tell me about them, like how many you have, what's your favorite, what you do on them, like you're using for.
I do have a Facebook, rarely used. Instagram, WhatsApp, I guess I consider social media. Twitter, I use Discord, and Snapchat very rarely.
So then what was it like growing up without it compared to like today, and how do you think that like affected you?
I think in my 20s is when I became more aware of the chances of it, I guess from late teens to 20s, because once we got our first computer, we'd hear about like internet, and we'd hear about like, message boards, stuff like that. Not real social media, but and then you'd watch movies and then read books, sci-fi mostly, and then they talk about, networks and stuff like that, and, using avatars in rooms to talk to people when you're not really there. So that was my original, I guess, idea of what social media would be like. Obviously, it's not that yet. It's getting there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that kind of goes into the next question, which was like, how old were you when you created your first account? What platform was it? And then what was your opinion of social media before joining? And then how has your opinion like changed?
Okay, social media, my first one, I think it was Friendster. And that must have been in 2002. So I'm gonna guess I was maybe about 28 or so, maybe 23 in 2003. One of the two. It's around that time. It was early on. So my first one was Friendster. That transferred over to Mi Gente right after, because after like a month of Friendster, you're kind of over it. And then Mi Gente was next, followed by, I guess, MySpace, followed by Facebook.
Okay, and then your opinion?
Social media overall, I liked it. I liked that you could find your friends on it that you haven't spoken to in a long time. I liked aspects of it, but I was always hesitant to put in anything aside from a few pictures and some words here and there. I've always kind of been mistrustful of the internet in some ways, and I think that was always something about, being anonymous. Like, why should people know who you really are? I was never one to like make anything weird about it. I just wouldn't give up information. So you'd see a photo, but you wouldn't see more than that. So I liked it. I liked the social aspect. I just kind of always mistrustful of it.
Yeah, privacy is important.
Yeah.
Why do you use social media? And then I guess we kind of answered this already, but what first attracted you to it or like convinced you to make an account?
Originally it was like, I like the idea that, hey, I could be on this and maybe I'll find people I know. And then, I'm thinking back to the whole sci-fi thing is like, hey, this is here now, finally. So it's like a new thing, and it wasn't something that was there before. I mean, we had chat rooms before this. So now we actually get like a social media. You can find people that people that you knew before maybe, and see how they're doing. But even that like kind of loses its novelty after a while. So, but I did like that part of it, the whole social aspect and finding people on it that you knew.
So what don't you like about social media?
People acting like not themselves on it, or maybe they're being their real selves. Like, people tend to be more rude like that than they are in real life. I don't like the oversharing people do sometimes. Interesting, yes, you get to know somebody like that, but I always felt like we should not share too much. Like there should be a limit for us, but that's a personal thing for everyone. And I don't like currently all the ads passed as news on it. I think that's terrible. I don't like that they want too much from you. Like, they want your phone number, they want your email, they want this. I just don't like the intrusiveness of it in general.
Okay. Do you follow any like influencers or celebrities?
Some, yes. It took me a long time to even follow any celebrities. For the most part is because I've never been that into them like that. Like, I'll see them in the street and I'll say, oh, whatever, I saw a celebrity. And social media is like, why would I care what you do outside when you're not acting, It's not a fanboy like that. But I guess when it comes to pro wrestling, I do follow a lot of pro wrestlers. So I guess that's as big a celebrity as I get. I mean, I do follow a couple of others that have been on TV shows I like, that kind of thing, but not too many. And then influencers, I guess the people that play video games, but I never usually buy what they're hawking. I never really like that part of social media either, where somebody says, hey, I got this person and they're letting me play this game, and now you should buy this game because I'm enjoying it, but obviously they're not enjoying it. They're just selling it because they were told to. And I think that's kind of gross.
Yeah. What do you think about people who are like social media famous? Like they're only famous on social media?
I guess good for them. It's famous on a small scale, I guess. I think it's cool because, it's an alternative to like the everyday job. Some people just, we all want to escape it. We all want to do something different. And I guess good for them that they were able to find a niche that they were able to do and make money off of it and enjoy themselves, hopefully. Obviously, if something becomes work, maybe it's not as fun anymore.
Okay. Where do you think social media is going in the future?
Continue to be intrusive in some ways. I guess, obviously, it's going to be more open. It'll be up to the individual to see how much they want to put into it. Maybe better privacy standards. They're always going to find a new way to make people engage. I think the only people that are going to engage more will be obviously younger people.